Hello friends. So you all know as well as I do that we all can have really crummy days, where at the end of it, we are only left with one question. Am I happy? Or, am I sad? Am I gonna stay this way? You're constantly wondering if this day is gonna be forever, but it's not. So today, I'm here to teach you how to be a better, happier person. So it's basically a teenager's job to be in a bad mood all the time. But it doesn't have to be like that. Now, becoming happier and doing better actions for others doesn't just happen overnight. You don't just wake up and boom, ta-da. It just doesn't work like that. Becoming a better, happier person and keeping a positive attitude takes a lot of work. It's a process and it takes time. So the road to becoming a better, happier person can be done in 3 steps. Number 1. Now I see it every day at school, I see it at the mall, I see it basically everywhere I go. People walk around with sadness in their eyes and their heads down and just feeling like a nobody. And it doesn't take a lot to change that. Doing something as simple as just saying good morning or hello or complimenting their outfit could change their perspective of their entire day. They could have gone through that day thinking today's gonna be terrible, or I just wanna leave because I hate it here. Their whole day could become so much brighter just because you said, hey. Personally, I think if everyone did that to each other, if everyone said, hey, good morning to each other, instead of just being cliquey or excluding someone out, school could be so much more fun. Basically, just stop being so selfish and think about how others are feeling. Step 2.
Hey, what you gonna do today? What you gonna do today? What you gonna do today?
A lot of people have terrible self-image and think badly of themselves, and it kind of makes me sad. Or a lot of people refuse to admit the good things or good qualities about themselves because they think it makes them look selfish or conceited. Knowing what your good qualities are and knowing what makes you human or different than others isn't a bad thing. Trust me when I say it helps a lot to remind yourself of your good qualities. Doing something as simple as standing in the mirror and reminding yourself that you are beautiful, or you are handsome, or you smell nice, it helps. I've done it. I mean, if you're worried about like, oh my god, I'm so weird, I'm talking to myself, don't worry about it, because I kind of am standing in front of a camera with nothing else in my room. Not an animal, not a family member. It's just me and a camera. Basically talking to myself. Which brings me to another thing. Don't worry about what other people think of you. If someone's making fun of the shoes you're wearing or how you wear your hair, so what? As long as you think it looks good, no one else's opinion matters. Say, I can't see you with these on because those are hater blockers. You feel. Another thing I do to keep a positive attitude is every morning when I wake up, I listen to a song that makes me feel happy and ready for the day. For example, All You Need Is Love by the Beatles. Or anything by the Beatles. Come on, let's face it, guys. Come on. Another big thing that I've done and many others on this planet is focus on the little things. A big reason as to why we need to focus on the little things is because they're so often forgotten and taken for granted. Depressing, sad things tend to happen in a big way, like 9/11 or a family member dies or any of those things that are sad and make you sad are big traumas that have to happen to make you realize that you're sad about it. But things that make you happy, things that you may take for granted, things that put a smile on your face, are so small that we often forget them. And if you still have trouble remembering all these small little things, this book helps a lot. Step 3.
What you gonna do today? Make moves while I pay dues. Cruising the lane far left.
So step number 3 kind of has to do with what I ended step 2 with. Focusing on the little things. Like, I'm thankful for a bed, or to have a roof over my head, or, you know, McDonald's. I don't know, it makes me happy. I don't know if other people notice this or have thought about this, but I kind of think about it every day. It literally amazes me that flowers can pop out of the ground all on their own without any help from anyone. I mean, of course they got help from the sun and water and all that stuff, but not from humans who, you know, we kind of rule the world. You know, that whole concept, yeah. But they literally just like, they're like, hey, I want to exist. Here I am. Like, they just, flowers are cool, dude. But another thing, and it's gonna sound like really cliche, I don't know if that's the right word to use for this, but yeah. Another thing is how people just fall in love or just love you because you're you. You didn't make them love you. You didn't give them a potion. Love is something that happens all on its own, and I find that pretty cool. I find that to be kind of a miracle, honestly. Sometimes people don't even mean to fall in love with you. It just happens all on its own, and like, that blows my mind. It's those things, it's those little magic parts of life that I don't see people recognize too often. I find that if we just learn to appreciate those and just love each other and just, you know, like, embrace it. It's just those little things that could just, if you think about it, it would just make, like, that stuff just makes me really happy to think about. Yeah. And that's basically all there is to it. Focus on the positive. Be better to others, be better to yourself, and block out the negative. Block out those haters. You'll be a better, happier person. All on your own. Bye! Is that a thing? I guess so. Keep it. Do you hear that cracking? That's my ankle.